so long. I can't remember where I've been. I'm thinking about back at home, my family and friends, my brothers don't know that I'm there till the end. It's one thing that we all know. It's one thing we all know. No man is left behind. You've seen me once, you've seen me twice. I fought alongside my brothers. No man is left behind. Staring out over empty, see the broken ground. Standing here all alone now, all alone in a crowd. It's one thing that we all know. It's one thing we all know. No man is left behind. You've seen me once, you've seen me twice. I fought alongside my brothers. No man is left behind. You've seen me 1,000 times. I fought alongside my brothers. No man is left behind. No man's left behind.
From the great state of Texas, welcome to another edition of Revolution Radio, where we grease the squeaky wheel of socialism with liberal tears. I am very much winging it tonight because I left everything, including my ass, at home. I am in the great, wonderful place of Austin, Texas. I got to have lunch with Mr. Shannon Book earlier today. He took me to Dodo Burger or whatever the hell it was, but it was
Hop Dotties, fucker.
Whatever. It was like the second best burger I've ever had in my life, and probably the hottest burger I've ever had in my life. Those jalapenos are straight up from Mexico. I promise you.
You keep forgetting it had habaneros on it.
And habanero, yes. I did not see that portion on the menu, so yeah, it was
just below the jalapeno.
Well, you know I can't read, and even if I could, I don't have glasses. So, anyways, we've got a guest coming on tonight. I'm waiting for him to log in, and if he's having as much trouble as I did logging in, it's going to be fun tonight. Facebook is just being a little brat. But anyways, I don't have anything funny to say about y'all coming in tonight. I did not have time to prepare, but I am going to tell you this: I am a grandfather as of about 6 o'clock this morning. And it was a rough night, a long night. Shannon got to see her little face. And,
really?
And Gracie's doing good. And Grace, if you're listening, I know your mom's in the room with you, so you have to be listening. Love you, sweetie, and love you, Vet.
Love you,
And
Gracie.
y'all are just amazing people. And
Love you, Gracie. Love you. Everybody shut up. I want to say it out loud. I love you, Gracie. Congratulations. I'm proud of you.
It's and the baby is just gorgeous. Oh my God, she's a little doll. But
what's her name?
her full name is Lillian Simone.
Nice.
I like the Simone. It's got a little kick to it. So I didn't even know you had kids. How Santa has a whole family. Oh God, it's these kids are why I look like Santa. But anyways, I'm sorry I'm a little ill prepared tonight, but I think it's for a very good reason. And we're here at the Hilton in where am I at? Shannon, Pflugerville.
Yeah,
I'm in Pflugerville.
Better have your pussy out when you drink all that super expensive.
Oh my God, these.
Bar.
Okay, so story this morning. I'm like, okay, Grace hadn't had the kid yet, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get donuts for everybody, and I'm thinking Shipley's. You know, that's the big thing around here. Get some donuts and kolaches. You're out in and out for no, $10. Everybody's eating. Oh no, a dozen donuts was $36.41. But I will tell you this: it is the best damn donut I've ever had. Best donut I've ever had in my life. Duck's Donuts over here by the hotel. They literally, you walk in, there's no donuts on the shelf. They hand make them. I mean, from dough to fryer to toppings in front of you. It's like an ice cream shop. It's like holy cow. And but anyways, Shannon, I'm sorry I couldn't make it over there, but it was oh my God, traffic around here. I don't know how y'all do it.
Set up, man.
I just don't know how y'all do it. And Houston's bad, but Austin is the traffic has got to be worse.
Wow. Jeez, fucking whining.
I've lived in both places, and you're just bitching. So no.
I swear, man, like you just had a grandbaby and you bitching about traffic.
Right.
Oh,
because Austin traffic does suck.
Yeah,
I'll
but
tell
he
you
just
what,
had a
Tyler,
grandchild. All
he's
kinds of
texting-
awesome shit's happening.
and I'm griping about traffic.
And he could have literally came
ass.
straight to my house and literally had the whole show right here.
I tried, and
No,
you
you
got the empty mic next to him too.
Okay.
You should feel bad for yourself.
You text daughter number 2 and find out exactly what happened because it was a shit show. But
I got it. You chose to go to 290.
Yeah. Well, the whole thing was I was going to grab my stuff and come over to your house, and well, you know, I told you I had to
have to.
You know what? Hey, wait a second.
I tried to tell you that.
Wait. Prior planning prevents piss poor performance.
Oh my
it does.
God!
It does. That is a fact.
There wasn't a pee. First of all, there wasn't a pee involved in this entire day for him. Period.
Oh, there was. There
was one that he was calling. He was like, "I gotta find a bathroom. Is there a bathroom?"
I was fixing to tie it in a knot. I guarantee you that. But okay,
he
so I haven't
asked me if there's a bathroom on Palmer. I'm like, it's a whole street.
Shannon says there's a bathroom here at my house.
Like really?
Oh,
anyway,
It wasn't my listen,
you got
I told him.
You got granddaddy brain. That's what's
I was
going
like,
on.
hey, I don't know if you know this or not, but you can come straight to my house. You don't need anything. I have a whole studio. Look, this is your microphone right here. I have a whole studio set up for you. I
was there. I know. I was there.
No, you know, because I've completely cleaned and squared this place away. And I'm a little pissed.
Here we go with the guilt trip.
Now, I'm a little pissed, just so you know, because I literally squared this whole freaking room away and put you a place right in front of a brand new freaking 10-foot flag.
Oh,
I was not hanging up when I got there. I know.
To go get your stuff.
No, and okay. Truth be known, I spent some time with Yvette. So,
91 Chevy Astro. Who's John Bright, man?
I'm not sure.
I remember his name. He's pretty pumped up tonight, though.
yes, I like it.
91 Chevy Astro, man. I wish I had a Chevy Astro, man.
Dude, those Astro vans, I'm telling you.
Full of Marlboro red butts.
John Bright's been in here a few times, and
Yeah.
I think I know who you.
At some point, he and I kind of got at it, and I was just asking if we could have a conversation, but I don't know where that ever led.
Was that him?
I think so. I think if I think I know who it is, he's a patriot. He's a good patriot. Good dude.
I don't know that if Kevin's getting in tonight. I'm waiting for him to text me back, and
I really want to talk to him too because
he is a good dude. He really is a solid dude.
I bet you he knows the pastor that was training out here for the racial and ethnic disparity.
Well, here's the thing: is he's going to be here in Houston at the CRT. There's like a convention or a meeting or whatever in Houston, and
What is his name? And what does he do? His
name is Kevin McGary, and he is the founder of Every Black Life Matters. Mm-hmm. And I said, "Are you coming on?" He says, "Now." I'm like, "Yes, sir."
Yes, sir.
Waiting on one, fucker.
And but
we got to watch our mouths because he's a pastor.
Yes,
I don't have to watch nothing.
Let's see here. And when he gets on here, I'll put up his display here. But yeah, it's just a squared away dude. So I'm gonna try and meet with him next weekend, and the dust will have settled. And I would like to go to this convention or whatever it is with him. I think that'd be really interesting. Really cool. And yeah. I may have to put a zipper on my mouth, but yeah, I think it'd be interesting. But to say the least.
You imagine?
Did I tell you guys I was done with that
leading you around with a fucking leash?
Oh yeah. That's more like an S&M freaking conference, but did I tell you? I told you guys that I was done. I was done with freaking PC garbage, right?
Absolutely.
I am not here to placate to anybody else's feelings anymore. I'm done with it. So
yeah. I just don't want to do the JC to the pastor.
Yeah,
no, Jesus, trust me, Jesus Christ and I are good friends.
Yeah.
Man, that dude talks daily.
Have you ever watched The Chosen?
Talk to his daddy? Woo! He can tell you
The Chosen.
All of you, there's this show, and it's a series, and you can download the app. It's called The Chosen, and it's about Jesus and his whole journey with getting all of the disciples together and all of their stories, and it's really, really good. From when we watched it with mom and dad for, I think, Christmas time or something like that, it's crowdfunded. So they couldn't continue making another series until they gathered enough money to do it. I think there's 2 or 3 series or seasons, I mean, and it's incredible. Be prepared to cry. And really, I just watched it with a friend on TikTok the other day because I'm like doing the TikTok thing now, and they did a live video and we just like all chilled and watched it together, and it was really freaking cool.
Cool.
Yeah,
I love anything Christian. I really do. I cuss like a sailor. I cuss like a sailor, but I promise you, I talk.
You'll love it.
I talk a lot about Jesus Christ a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Like, and he understands. He understands that, and he'll take that away from me when he's ready. But right now,
Shannon, there's only been one perfect man that ever walked the face of the earth, and ain't none of us sitting here right now. So
I really am not worried about it. I know where I live with Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I make his head. He shakes his head at me at least 3 or 4 times a day. Like, this son of a bitch. I just
listen.
He just did what?
I'm gonna tell you right now. Listen, fool. If you think he shakes his head at you, you should look at how he thinks about me. I promise.
Boom.
He pops in. He's like, "What's going on in here, huh?"
Well, man, I missed you guys this week. It has been a hell of a week for everybody around.
I tell you what, it's been something else. It really has. And, I'm going to be honest with you with the whole grandchild thing. I think I sincerely think I went through more stress with the grandchild than I did with Tyler. I just do. and
Because now.
Well, there's
a whole
nothing
nother
you can-
level of generation in there.
Yeah, and there's nothing, but it's Shannon's like, he told me today, quit worrying about things you can't control, and that's one thing you have no control over. All you can just sit there is hope and pray that everything comes out all right.
I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a lot of things you don't have control over.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying, it's just
like everything.
Yeah, it's pretty much everything in life.
Most things. The only thing I barely have control over is me.
And that's iffy. That's iffy for both of us. Yeah.
I barely have control of that shit.
But I've got a house full of women, and I'm in the hotel right now. Abigail went out to the pool to relax a little bit, and they were all at their emotional peak this morning, and it was awesome. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
Well.
So.
Better stash some JMO underneath the mattress.
Well, I'm in a hotel right now. I'm still in Austin.
Fill up a shampoo bottle full of whiskey or something and hide it back.
We were thinking about leaving tomorrow, and then I got to thinking, well, the Red River Rivalry's going on. And it's going on, not too far from here in 6th Street. If UT pulls this out somehow, Austin's going to be a freaking madhouse. I am not going to drive in that crap. And
wait a second. When is Austin not a madhouse?
Dude,
have
you been to Austin on a weekend when UT and Oklahoma play? Wow.
I have.
Wow.
I live here.
Yeah, it is on freaking real.
It's like trying to do anything when there's like, I don't know, ACL or I don't know, Rot Rally or pretty much anything here in Austin.
They party hard.
There's a reason I live out in the sticks, so I ain't got to deal with that shit.
I guarantee I'm not going to drive because it's going to be beginner's weekend. Everybody's out drinking and driving.
Imagine him driving around Austin, his head would explode.
His head almost exploded today.
Dude, well, okay, so the hospital they had to
no. Stop giving excuses because you're
no.
on the phone with me and you're like, and I'm like, dude, like seriously,
pissed off.
Get off my phone because you're driving.
But so the hospital's right there by 6th Street.
Hey guys, Kevin's here.
Oh, hey, all right.
Now, Kevin, what's up?
He's on 2 of them.
Hey guys.
All right. Kevin,
open the other one, not that one. The other one.
Open your cam, please, sir.
No, wrong one. There you go. Open that one.
I'm here.
What's up,
I'm
Kevin?
here.
There he is.
Hey guys.
How you doing, Kevin? I'm glad you were able to join us.
Hey, I apologize for the confusion. The time zones be messing me up.
It's A-okay. We've all had a very confusing day. How are you doing tonight?
Man. Hey, did you guys need my ugly mug on here, or is it okay? Or did you?
We'd love to have your ugly mug.
We love looking at that pretty wide smile. That's pretty.
Yeah. You see all our ugly mugs, so.
All right. Okay, my mug is on here. So
there you go.
There you go.
Hey, Kevin, I'm going to throw this on here real quick. I actually want, if you would introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then I'm going to put your poster up there that you sent.
All right.
For the event in Houston.
So Kevin McGary, co-founder of Every Black Life Matters, and so we're the alternative for Black Lives Matter. And the reason why that's significant is we started because of the carnage, the race hate, the violence, all of the things that we saw happen last summer as a result of George Floyd. Now, so we had a range of emotions that kicked off last summer when we saw the 9 minutes and 45 seconds or so of the George Floyd incident. And so we had a range of emotions that took place, and everybody had feelings about what they should do or could do as a result of that. Some people took to the streets. Some people, everybody had a lot of different things that they went through. And the reality is that a lot of people took to the streets, and some people decided that the best way for them to sort of respond was to start burning down communities, burning down Black and brown businesses, burning down a lot of our urban communities that were already in trouble because of COVID. And I took a look at that and I said, well, this doesn't make any sense. I mean, these urban communities are already struggling. These are black and brown businesses that are already struggling. Why? And we have BLM and then Antifa. All these white
Everybody
folk
wants their damn title.
yucking it up at the expense of these black and brown businesses. This doesn't make any sense. And I said, and then we had churches that were out there really egging them on, not saying anything about the carnage, the race hate, the violence. And I said, when these people go home and they take a look at the BLM website and they realize that, and their emotions calm down a little bit, they're going to say, look, maybe my emotions, took control of me. And I really I do want to express the sentiment that every Black life matters. But, I really can't stand with BLM, with what they stand for, Marxism, anti-family, anti-father, anti, witchcraft and all the other things that they're about.
They're just anti.
Oh, man. and so we decided that we come up with a righteous and faithful alternative because people are going to be looking for that.
Yes.
And so we wanted to stay in the same lane, though. We didn't want to be so far afield that people wouldn't be able to really put the pieces together and say that this is another sort of alternative that's really fighting the fight for Black life. And but we wanted to be in the same lane because we saw that people were being accosted by BLMers and, especially white people. And they were being accosted with do Black lives matter, and being forced to either salute, bow, bark, roll over, yelp, whatever. And a lot of folks were feeling the pressure and they were doing it. Barking and yelping and, all kinds of stuff, catching boots.
Kevin,
and we thought, this is crazy. And so we purposely made our name Every Black Life Matters, because now folks like yourselves can stand up and when they come in your face, you could say, look, for me and my family, every single Black life matters.
Amen.
Now does every single Black life matter to you?
Amen.
That puts them on the defense, because that means from conception to the grave and every phase of life in between, every Black life matters. Now that means, that means the preborn all the way through. And so it's a powerful statement that forces now BLMers to be fully responsible for Black life, not just police brutality, which is a very, very, very narrow scope. And
thank you for addressing that. Yes.
Yeah.
So Kevin,
right.
So Kevin, if I may, real quick, I just want to say I think and because I personally think that every life matters, and I agree with you. Every Black life matters. And so what I want to say to you the most is that I appreciate that you approach this from a Christian standpoint.
Yes.
Because at the end of the day, like, we all really want to sit here and want to talk about, Jesus Christ was Black or he was white or he's whatever.
Right, yeah.
None of that matters. At the end of the day, Jesus wasn't white either.
Right.
He was Jewish, and the guy that helped him carry his cross was Black. And there's all kinds of stupid stuff going on around all this garbage. And at the end of the day, it's really just about being biblical and being centered in the Word. And
you bring up an excellent point. I do want to mention this because a lot of people say that. No. Every life matters. God is not, partial. Every life matters. And I say, you're exactly right.
Yeah,
that's the exact statement that we're making. And then they look at me like, what do you mean? No, you're saying every Black life matters. That's being partial. And I say, okay, no.
That's not what you're saying at all.
Once they look into what you're about,
here's the analogy. Here's the analogy I give them. So here's the thing. Every single life matters. Now,
yes.
The issue is this: when Margaret Sanger said, we don't want the word to get out, but we want to thoroughly exterminate the entire Negro population.
Right.
She didn't say we want to exterminate the Negro and the white, the Negro and the Cuban, the Negro and the Hispanic, the Negro and the Asian. She said the Negro. Okay. Right. And then she started her business plan, which was family planning clinics, which then turned into Planned Parenthood. Right. And she, unfortunately, they've been masterful at it. by exterminating blacks. Okay, so what I help people understand is, look, blacks are starting at, yes, we want a level playing field for everybody, and we want to be able to say that all things are equal. But the reality is blacks are starting from less than zero. So when we say every black life matters, we're not saying it from a standpoint of superiority. We're not saying it like black life is more precious or more better or anything like that. We're saying
I get it.
from the standpoint that blacks are starting from less than zero, and we need to bring it up to a standpoint of, can we at least be on the same playing field that everybody else is?
We're Americans.
We're starting from less than zero because of what Margaret Sanger and Planned Parenthood has done, by exterminating us in the womb before we even get started. So we just want to bring it up to where we can have a level playing field, to where that, we have an equal opportunity at start with everybody else. That's all. So for us, it's not a superiority. It's not a power play. We want to elevate the conversation to the extent that everybody understands that black life is right now being disproportionately snuffed before we even get started. And the other thing that I like to bring out that's very, very powerful, it's a powerful analogy, is, look, if we all moved into the same community at the exact same time, tract homes, and we all moved in on the exact same day, and we said, look, every home in this community is exactly the same and all of our homes are equal, and then my home tomorrow caught on fire, guess what we would do if all of our homes mattered? We would all get that hose, and when my home caught on fire, and we would all get that hose and those pails, and we would all put my fire in my home.
That's a damn good analogy. Yeah.
And so we would all do that. And so right now, the black community is on fire. So all I'm saying is, look, it's not like the black community is more important than any other community. No. It's just that it's on fire right now. So can you help us get the pails and get the water to put out the fire?
And you know what I think about what I think is amazing about that, and your analogies are so like, first of all, I'm a huge fan of yours. I'm grateful that you're here. I really am. I think it's amazing. At some point, I was an instructor in the military, and I've raised some troubled teenagers into military service, and one of which was a troubled teen, he was a mulatto kid growing up in the middle of freaking DC, and his mom was like Asian or something, and his dad was African, and and he grew up in DC, and the whole world so I taught him, after coming out of the hood, to become a righteous medical provider for combat, and he went and did that, and he did some stuff. He got in trouble, came back. I watched this kid flower into a pastor, and then all this stuff started to happen.
Wonderful.
And then he's just like, no, you know what? You're racist. And I'm like, whoa.
See?
Where'd that come from?
Whoa. Yeah. He's like, you don't think, because look at me, right? You see me, I look like a biker thug. And if you see me walking down the street,
you are.
Well, because I am, but I'm not. But I'm not a horrible person like most biker people. Like most people think bikers are. Right? I've been in that world, and I've lived in that world, but I've come out of that because God is good, and I love Jesus Christ. Right? So I still cuss like a sailor because I may or may not be one. But at the end of the day. That's what I was floored. I was like, hey, you don't think people look at me? You don't think people look at me like I'm some dude that's literally going to take their pat? I'm going to take your purse because I'm coming out of this freaking Ford F-150, or I'm getting off this motorcycle and I'm going to shank you with a switchblade and I'm going to take your purse.
You only did that to me one time, so
I do it to you all the time.
Oh,
that's the perfect segue to where we are today. So here's what happens: we have a lot of good brothers and sisters in the Lord, who have mentored us, tutored us. We've worked together, we've loved together, we've compassionately served each other, and over the years. And this one incident that happened last year that really struck a chord with a lot of people. A lot of people in the body of Christ were completely divided by that incident with George Floyd. And the Marxists amongst us really felt that, hey, this is our opportunity to completely divide not only the culture, but the church.
Right.
This is our
march.
time
Let's
to
break
go
it all
into
down.
the church
Yeah.
and just completely decimate all of the good work. We can use a firebrand like Trump. We can focus in on him, and we can make him, the white nationalist, the
Antichrist.
make him the caricature for white nationalists, and we could really focus in on our black pastors and make him the sort of that. And so black pastors will start from the pulpits, you white nationalists, boom.
Yeah.
And then, which we started to hear in the fall. And so that was the whole thing. We started to hear Beth Moore and Platt and Keller and all.
I was about to ask you about Al Sharpton.
Yeah, I want to get to that. I've got a question for you, and I've said it on here before. I've got an opinion, but I truly want to hear your opinion because it's hard for each of us to look through each other's eyes. Okay, as much as we try, the four of us were all in service. The only color we saw was green, and it's a brotherhood.
I mean, I saw red because blood is definitely a color.
And-
Well, you know what I mean, though. You know what I'm saying. It's a brotherhood.
I get it.
So the question I have, and I've been dying to ask this of you since I saw you on Dan's show, is I've been an independent for years. Am I pro-Trump? Of course I am, because he's pro-America. Not because of who he is, but because he's pro-America.
Yeah.
Now, my father was Democrat the entire time I grew up until they started being what they are today. Okay, so the question I have for you is, I mean, there's always been racism in America. There will always be racism in America. That's something we're never going to get rid of, and that's just not. It's not here in America. It's worldwide. It is what it is.
Yeah.
People are people. There's going to be hatred. There's going to be love. It is what it is. But when this is my opinion. When I really started seeing the divide was with the Obama administration, Eric Holder, and everything that went on there, and now it's like the Obama agenda on steroids. The division, and it's not just color; it's religion. I'm Jewish. I told you that on the phone, and
but see, they have to divide us. They have to.
That's what I'm getting at.
Point.
But to me, it started with the Obama administration for 8 years.
That is not your imagination. I tell this. I've been saying it for years before Trump. I said, look, all of this division and all of this very serious divide started with Obama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it started. I think it started with Bill. To be honest with you.
With who?
Yeah.
Bill Clinton?
Not
necessarily.
Really,
hold on.
not
Not
the racial
necessarily.
thing.
But not necessarily an open scope. I'm not saying that in open scope because it wasn't visual back then. But they were definitely literally destroying small communities.
Yeah, so there was some of that, but the racial stuff started.
You're not wrong. You're not
John.
wrong.
The doubling down on the racial tension and the doubling down on the Marxism was
you're not wrong.
Really big time Obama. That's
wrong. Absolutely.
That's when I really was like,
I think it was more. I put more of the blame on Eric Holder. Now Obama we have to hold his feet to the fire because he allowed it to happen.
Well, that was his man.
Well, not only that, but he was also preaching that crash too. Like he really was literally on the podium, POTUS podium. Like he was preaching that stuff.
Yep.
Like, hey man, and you just kind of go, what the fuck was that? Sorry. And you just you're like, hey man,
Literally.
God, country, core, blah blah blah, yada yada, and then you go, what?
What just happened?
I'm sorry. Did they just start the purge early or something?
Okay, but when you can see a president send his administration to the funeral of a Michael Brown, but they can't go to the funeral of a general that was KIA in Afghanistan, there's a problem. I'm sorry, that's a problem. And I'd like to hear you expand on it more, because I really it burns my ass. It does, because and now I don't know if you heard the Pelosi thing the other day. She made a statement in front of the House of Representatives, and she flat out said, I think I got rid of it in our brand here. I wish I wouldn't have, but she flat out said, we are pushing the Obama agenda.
Oh yeah. She said
and it's incredible.
Yeah.
And the fact, but we all know it's happening, but the fact that she said it, I'm like, wow, they just don't care anymore.
I think Obama and Susan Rice are in that White House right now.
Yep.
In the basement, and they're in this earpiece, and they're doing their thing, and this is Obama 3.0. I mean, it's
you are not wrong.
Here's one thing that's interesting. I want to ask Kevin this. I live in a pretty rural area. And
he does. He lives in my home state, and he's real rural.
He's pretty rural.
But I actually went through some training with Pastor E.L. Palmer out of Chicago. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
So he was teaching about racial and ethnic disparities in our state. And within 5 counties out of 120, that's where most of the racial divides are. Like 5 out of 120. That's how rural this place is.
Okay.
During one of the scenarios he was talking, it was so negative. Like, it wasn't how to overcome all the issues that we're facing and come together. It was how to identify more divisive factors. Mm-hmm. And then he played one scenario where a mother and father sat down with their young son and were teaching them about law enforcement, saying, you know, you got to be more careful because this can happen and this can happen. And I'm like, well, there's the start of the problem right there.
Right.
But the way he was framing everything, I was just like, this is what is being paid for by the state to research the racial and ethnic disparities, but it's doing exactly the opposite.
Yeah.
And
not to put it lightly, but let's just talk about Kentucky real quick, because like we were talking earlier, like I'm from there. I promise you, I left because I was starting out below zero as well.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I wanted to take that. Like there's like the you know, the world of the black community where they're starting down here, but then there's people in Kentucky, so it's almost the same.
Yeah. Well, don't forget about rural South Carolina too. We're right there with y'all. We're right there with y'all.
I think that's probably why, you know, some of us rural folks never had the issues with race that we did when we were in the military. So I know,
Kevin, just so you know, I'm also the comedy relief. I'm the comedian relief.
Okay, well, Kevin, you're coming here next weekend, and I texted you earlier today, and I don't know if we missed communication or whatever, but my granddaughter was born early this morning, and so I'll be back. Thank you very much. She is so beautiful.
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and say her name again.
Do it.
It's Lily Simone. I'm sorry. I'm proud, wow. Shannon. I'm sorry, but Lily,
you smell like your granddaughter smells so much better than you. You smell like a bottle. You smell like a bottle of shame and Yingling and bad decisions.
Well, and don't forget South Carolina sweat.
Man, so. South Carolina.
But okay, so you're coming in next week, and I'm hopefully you and I can get together. I'd like to go out to dinner, and then we can go to the deal there. Yep. And I'm going to throw this up real quick as soon as I find it. There it is. Okay, so this is the poster. I believe you created it, Kevin.
Yes.
And let me get this comment out of the way real quick.
Just stop clicking it, fool.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Oh my.
Okay.
Look here.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Stop touching things. I got it. It's gone.
So, anyways, you see what it's about, and so I would like, as soon as I get this off here and we can see your face again. There we go. All right. If you could, because I've got my theory on CRT. I've been very vocal about it. I'm very anti-CRT. I have been from the moment. In fact, to the point where I pulled my our youngest son out of school, and we homeschooled him. All the kids, all the kids have been homeschooled now, and they've all graduated and they're doing well. So as well as can be expected in these times. So, anyways, I saw you on Dan's show, and I like what you had to say, and I immediately got in touch with you after that. So if you could tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing next weekend, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Not only do we have a direct assault, geopolitical assault with China, Afghanistan, and all of the other stuff that's going on around the world that was strategic by Obama, Susan Rice, talking in the earpiece of our person that they've installed.
Of our puppet.
But we have a direct assault, an existential assault, I believe, that's coming through our children, and that's through the school system.
Yes.
And the FBI, or Merrick Garland, the DOJ.
What a story, man! What a story!
Wow.
Really?
He made it very clear this week that they are coming after God-fearing, normal, everyday citizens, the parents,
people who are trying to stand up for their own children, who can't stand for themselves. They're walking into these meetings and going, "Hey, you can't do that to my kid." Oh, but wait, the FBI says.
Let me call the FBI.
By saying that. Now think about this. Now, BLM and Antifa literally caused $2.5 billion in real property damage, killed and assaulted hundreds of people, many of them law enforcement officers.
Yes.
And I don't think nary a one of them were put in jail for even overnight.
No.
And
not even talk about.
We are going to be put on a terrorist watch list.
Yes.
Right.
Standing up and asking questions. Excuse me, can you explain to me why you have to teach my kids how to hate somebody?
Yes.
Can you please explain to me why you have to teach my 5-year-old how to hate somebody? Can you please explain that?
Right.
Yeah.
And they want to put us on a terrorist watch list for that when we have literal domestic terrorists.
Yes.
Terrorizing our cities.
You know what's amazing?
Oh, no problem here.
You know what's amazing, Kevin, is like
unbelievable.
It kind of all culminates together, right? So Afghanistan just took, and I'm gonna get really colorful with my language just because I was in Iraq twice, and it a little irritates me. So I'll be as less colorful as possible. So we just had Afghanistan shit the bed, right? And not only that, we left our own countrymen behind. I may or may not have written a song called "No Man Left Behind," and because what the actual
shameless plug
fornication. I tried to use that.
By the way, 11 more American citizens were evacuated today.
That's great, and we still probably have 1,100 or maybe 10,000 still over there. That are
it depends on who you listen to.
Doesn't matter. None of that matters. So I'm trying to get to a point as fast as possible. But so then you've got 100,000. You got 100,000 people coming through the borders every month down south. Right now, do you think that those people are all Somalis and or not Somalis, but freaking Haitians and freaking Mexicans and Cubans and blah 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 Argentinians? Nope. 65% of those people are coming from the Sandlot.
All around the world.
You don't think, and I'm going to say this here right now, if you don't think that there are terrorist cells training right here in Georgia, Florida, Wisconsin, Michigan, you're stupid.
Yeah. 150 different nations. And listen to this. I just read an article just the other day that these people do not carry any ID. They don't need it.
They don't have to.
And they are transported wherever they want to go in this country with
given money.
Zero ID.
Yep.
Unbelievable.
Oh, let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you this.
Well, they're given a warning that if they leave, they won't be eligible for benefits. Isn't that okay?
Listen, you're doing that thing. Listen, you're doing that thing where you're making noise out of the lower part of your face that makes my brain hurt. Listen, I gotta I gotta tell Kevin because like I'm so excited that Kevin, you should just start coming on the show with us because I love you and you're awesome. So, holy balls, I don't even know where I was going. That. Oh yeah. So humor me this. Humor me this. So here we are. We're talking about, all this stuff going on. And then here we are in the Democratic Party because the House is owned by the Democrats and the Senate is owned by the Democrats and the judicial party is basically owned by the Democrats. And so is the big house. So here we are. We're talking about, we need to make it easier for people without IDs to vote.
Yeah.
What the actual fornication?
Why do you think they're being allowed in the United States?
I already know this answer.
Yes.
You don't have to ask me that.
It was rhetorical.
So to get back to your point, so this is why I'm coming to Texas, because you guys are still the land of the free and home of the brave. Still,
Amen.
At the moment, I'm hoping that in Texas that more people will stand up and vote for my man, good personal friend of mine, Alan West. Because I think you can be even better. But here's the thing. A lot of people down there still don't know. They've heard of critical race theory. They've read about it. They still may not be connecting all of the dots. I'm going to do a deep dive in the full deconstruction of critical race theory, where it comes from, what it really means. Going to connect to Marxism. Going to thoroughly deconstruct the roots of Marxism. Going to connect Marxism and thoroughly help the pastors understand that Marxism is completely demonic. There is no happy medium with Marxism and the Word of God. Jesus was not and cannot be a socialist. It's impossible to mediate the Word of God, a biblical reality, with any form of Marxism. That would include socialism and communism. So I'm going to take them all through that. I'm going to help them to understand that you cannot marry critical race theory, Black liberation theology in general, and social justice, any of that with the Word of God. I'm going to help people to understand that all of this is antithetical, and they're going to leave there empowered, knowledgeable, and ready to go with a new understanding of how to take power and control of their local government, how to confront appropriately their school boards, how to get their children out of these hopefully these local public schools, and how to get them into learning pods. Hopefully these churches will open up and have homeschool networks. We need to get innovative and come up with better ways to get our children out of these communal public school environments, because they are communistic and completely intolerant, and they are trying to completely
dismantle,
take our children over and just and marginalize us and basically throw us in the gulag if they could. I mean,
right. I just want to say, I want to speak a metaphor real quick. Like, we still utilize slings and arrows in Texas.
We do.
That's a metaphor, just so you know.
I see you, baby.
Just a metaphor.
Worldwide.
It's an idea.
I'm telling you, if somebody found out, if you go to Afghanistan, you say you're from Texas, they're like, oh, Wild West.
It's
is that your mindfulness coloring book?
Kevin, when we're done tonight, I would love to have you on the second half of the show, because I'm really enjoying you on here. And if you would text me your address, I'd love to send you some TTR gear from all of us, and some shirts, and I guess for you,
I'm gonna be with you next week, baby. I'll give you some of my stuff.
I'll tell you what,
I'm gonna need you to talk to your wife and tell her that I'm moving in.
I'm in California. You don't want to move here, baby.
I live in Listen, I spent half my career in California. It don't scare me none.
Commie, California. You know what they did here last week?
Newsom,
our commie governor, after they did what they did with the election.
Yep.
You mean stole it again? Is that what you said?
Oh yeah. He decides, okay, I'm free and clear now. So this is what he did. He says, I'm going to go ahead and sign my edict. So he signed. He says, look, every election in perpetuity from here on out we're going to send. We're going to have COVID rules here on out. So every mailbox here on out forever is going to have a ballot. All mail-in election, every election here on out. Now, unlike where some places will say, okay, you know, those mailboxes that are for citizens get in California, every single mailbox, gets a
No
ballot.
matter who's there or not.
Yeah, whether they need it or not. Yeah.
Dogs, cats,
Yep.
cemetery mailboxes, every mailbox gets
And
a
if the results of Maricopa didn't prove that it's so
There wasn't
so skewed.
The
So
results
what happened
weren't
today?
even
What
solid.
happened today? Let me tell you what happened today in was it Virginia?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, Virginia. They decided to do the exact same thing.
Of course they did.
Every mailbox, COVID rules from here in perpetuity. They signed it. Every mailbox.
You know what's stupid about Virginia? You know what's really stupid about Virginia? Because it's a Commonwealth and they can do whatever the fuck they want.
Oh, you know, it wasn't Virginia. I'm sorry. It was Pennsylvania. It's Tom Wolf or whatever his name is.
Oh, that's even worse. That place is like they probably like. I mean, all they have is chocolate. Fuck them.
Hey, I like chocolate, bitch.
Shut your mouth.
So these Democrat states, they know they cannot win legally, officially. So they're all going to do this mail-in ballot for every mailbox because they know they can rig the rules and
Right. And not only that, but they're shotgunning every other state. Literally, like, hey, we're gonna take about 400,000 Californians, we're gonna send them to Texas. Oh, wait, by the way, we're gonna send them to South Carolina. Oh, wait, by the way, we're gonna send them to North Carolina. Oh, wait, by the way, we're gonna send them to freaking Florida.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
New York's doing the same damn thing. No. We're cool. We're just gonna vote different, except we're not.
Except
I tell you what, guys, every other day I wake up and I'm always thinking, now there must be an exit to this wormhole somewhere. Or am I must be in a wormhole because this is unbelievable. The time
Truth is stranger than fiction.
myself half the time. I can't believe it. It's like I just can't believe it. It's unbelievable.
I'm gonna create this amazing like surgical procedure where I can mirror and or like make over my face to look like Elon Musk and to just take him out of the picture. And then I'm just gonna fly to Mars and you guys can come hang out.
Yeah,
all right. Yeah.
Well, guys, it is that time of the show. Kevin, we do a wonderful thing every week called we have Texas Trivia, and whoever wins, if they do win, we make it pretty tough. We'll send out a koozie and a shirt, and a sticker, and a pair of Shannon's underwear. But
I don't wear underwear.
And then but before we do that, we go to the dumbass of the week, and we search far and wide for the dumbass, and these are truly people that are just not very smart, and
Like
usually from Florida and California, though.
Like Joe Biden.
Well, here's the reigning champ, Kevin. Just to let you know, he's a reigning champ. But
every week,
every week, it's hard to dethrone something like that. But okay, so we're not going to Wisconsin. We're not going to Florida this week. We're going to the great state of Louisiana for our dumbass.
Easy.
All righty.
How y'all going on the coon ass son up in here?
Okay, police say man copped to a bizarre theft. Ring stolen from woman used to pay for her engagement ring. A Louisiana man admitted to stealing and pawning a $4,500 ring owned by his girlfriend, and then he used the ill-gotten proceeds for a down payment on an engagement ring for the same woman, police say. Here is said engagement ring. Justin Pope, 29, was arrested for the theft of a ring that belonged to Samantha Futch, 40.
Sure.
Pope allegedly stole the ring in the middle of 2019 from Futch's residence in Downsville, a village about 25 miles from Monroe, Louisiana. You
got to say that right. That's a Monroe.
According to a probate case affidavit, Pope yesterday confessed to taking the ring that belonged to his then girlfriend. Pope told investigators that he sold the ring at a local pawn shop and then used the money for a down payment on an engagement ring for her. The stolen ring was valued at $4,500, and he spent $2,500 on the new ring. He is
Well,
out
baby,
on a.
I love you, but I love you lots and lots.
You're fixing to go Bobby Boucher on me.
But I got you a bowl of gumbo.
Wow.
He's out on $500 bond, but he does face grand larceny charges because of the amount of the ring.
It sounds like he has some Gucci taste. And
so here,
Taco Bell.
There we are. That's him in all his glorious beauty. Justin Pope, you, sir, are the Texas Revolution dumbass of the week. All right. And he deserves it.
I still like mine from last week, but it's old now.
Last week was awesome. That was.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anybody needs to know, quick synopsis: a dude was not smart enough to hide his bag of meth when he took a picture of a catalytic converter to post it on Facebook Marketplace to sell it.
Shocker.
So the cops were like, "Oh wow, like we really like this catalytic converter."
Yeah.
And so the cops posted, they're like, "Yeah, well, sorry to say, this is no longer for sale. Good news is this man has a new and improved place to live, so he's all good."
Wow.
That's I don't even know what to say to that shit.
Yeah.
Real selection.
Okay,
that was Minnesota, I think.
Yes, it was.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay, since we have the worst time slot in the history of history, people do come back, and we had about almost 5,000 views again this week. So I was very, very impressed, very happy. And so thank you, Rev Nation, for coming back and watching. People are starting to get their legs and freedom back, Kevin. So they go back and watch a show later on. So
that's great.
It's and through the VRS, it reaches even more. So I'm very, very pleased with that. But now that being said, okay,
what we got?
We can't the trivia. We can't go through if you watch a show because obviously you know the answer. So if you get it this week, you're going to get the whole TTR prize pack because I'm tired of not giving away anything. This is a fairly simple question. If you get it, you get a T-shirt, a koozie, a wine tumbler, a regular tumbler, and 2 stickers.
Purple. The answer is purple.
We're good.
Yeah.
You are wrong, but I'll give you a tumbler anyways. So if y'all get it right, you get the entire TTR prize pack. So I've got the music queued up here. Rev Nation.
We're gonna end up with a copyright infringement moment.
They did.
This isn't Texas trivia. Okay,
no, it's not. It's not. It's just trivia from Texas. How about that?
And go.
Trivia from Texas.
Which is the only country that sports the Bible on its flag, and what verse does it have on it? Which is the only country that sports the Bible on its flag, and what verse does it have on it?
Dude.
I gotta go first.
You what now?
I gotta go. It's Somalia.
Somalia. No, that is not. That is incorrect.
Nope.
That is incorrect. Does anybody? Well, y'all got the note, so you know who it is.
I'm looking at it right now. That is good. That was a good question.
I thought so. Do you have a guess?
I couldn't find it. I was just trying to do it.
I was
trying to cheat, but I couldn't find it.
Oh my God.
It is the Dominican Republic. The country's flag features a Bible that is said to be open to John 8:32, which reads, "And the truth shall set you free."
Wow.
They'll make you free or set you free.
Set you free.
Okay, because it says make.
Oh,
on your
make you
notes.
free.
So,
Well, yeah.
The
The
Bible
Dominican
says the
Republic.
Bible.
That's amazing. Wow.
That is a
It is.
pretty awesome
bunch
tidbit
of weird
of
Catholics
information.
down there looking at the Bible all the time.
You know,
I'm
we
a fan.
did Texas trivia every week, and every week just our supplies getting depleted. So we're making the questions tougher because our gear it really is cool. It's very
It is
cool
pretty
stuff.
cool.
So
That's very cool.
so anyways, but I'm gonna bring you a TTR prize pack next week anyways, and you're actually going to be right across from where I park, and we'll talk about that after the show.
Here's some trivia for you, dude.
What's that?
What military scope had a Bible verse on it for a long time?
What?
What military?
Now I feel like an idiot for not knowing this. Like it's something I should know.
The Weatherby.
Trigicon ACOG.
Oh, okay. I should have known that.
Should have known that. I had one.
Should have known that.
Nobody likes you.
Dang.
Go away.
They actually had to get rid of them because of that. They
All right, what are we listening to this?
Nobody
week?
likes smart
What-
people, J-Rod. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
I may or may not have had one before.
Enough
I'm
of that.
not gonna be dumb. Stop it.
All right. Well, Kevin, what we're going to do, we'd love for you to come back in the second half because I've got some questions I want to ask you too about this whole thing that happened with Sage Steele. I think it's ridiculous what they took her off air, I think, for a week, and it may be longer. But anyways, if just to let you know, we're going to play 2 songs by Shannon. He's a world famous recording artist, and you've packed a few more stadiums than the rest of us. So, anyways,
he's not wrong.
What we're gonna do at the break, Kevin, is we're gonna play 2 songs of Shannon. We're gonna have Amanda tell us about her business real quick, Beat Pricks, and then Shannon's gonna tell us about what he does with the proceeds from all his music, and then we'll play 2 songs. We'll be right back.
He keeps doing that. It's just one song, fucker.
You just want to do one?
All right.
No, you keep saying that. It's just one song that I give my proceeds away for.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. I meant we were going to play 2 songs, but anyway,
We are going to play 2.
Yeah.
You're not
Get
listening.
it
We're gonna play
right.
2
I
songs.
swear you two are like husband and wife.
Oh
They
my
are.
gosh. Leave my tampon alone.
oh my God, Kevin's never coming back.
I know.
They're like, these are the realest, these crazy white folk. What is going
I really
on
do
with
love Jesus Christ. I'm just a sailor.
Amanda,
All right,
if you
Beat
would tell
Pricks,
us about
Amanda.
Beat Pricks.
All right, boys, simmer down. Let me speak. Let me speak. Okay. Jesus. So I make jewelry. It's not a business. I make things and I sell it. I don't make things to sell. Pretty much is how it is. So I discovered art therapy right at the beginning of this whole COVID, where everything was shutting down, and like I say every week, the VA was canceling mental health appointments and all that stuff, and so people had to take it into their own hands to make sure that there's no gap in their mental health care. So I decided I was going to take a leap into this whole art therapy world, and for some reason I decided that I was going to make jewelry, but I use like all natural gemstones and all the really cool, like expensive stuff, which breaks the bank, but hey, it's worth it. You guys can find me. I just go to my website, www.beadpricks.com. It's BEADPRIKS. I'm listing a whole bunch more here in the next few days because I haven't been maintaining it. But I have a whole bunch of stuff that's going to be going up here pretty soon, and I'll be putting out a 10% off Halloween discount here pretty soon too. So
Pretty spooky.
watch
Pretty
the
spooky.
page. Woohoo.
Oh my God! All right, Shannon, tell us a little bit about you.
I like limp.
He does music.
It puts the lotion on his skin.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I'm a musician, and that's what I do. And and then I'm the comic relief on here, apparently, or the most passionate, one of the more passionate individuals. And I may or may not hold my tongue for much anybody. So So most of the stuff you hear, our music on here is mostly mine, and we have some other artists on here that we play. But I'm grateful and fortunate enough to have my music played on here every time we're on here. So today, well, let's talk about what you said earlier, like the music that proceeds that actually go to fight suicide. Not Alone is the song that actually all the proceeds from Not Alone go to, this month is going to an organization called Tackle 22 Fishing.
Nice.
And it's a brand new nonprofit who takes veterans fishing, and so they're literally brand new infancy 501c3 in Georgia. So I took their first 2 months, and I decided that I was going to give them all the proceeds from Not Alone, which is a song that is literally written about. I mean, I don't feel like I wrote the song. I feel like God wrote the song through me. He literally woke me up in a hangover and told me I couldn't get up, or I couldn't go back to sleep until I wrote the song. So it just happened. And writing a song in a hangover is not really easy. But it definitely was. It was definitely the. I feel like this song wrote me, and I feel like Jesus wrote the song through me. So that song is called Not Alone. I think there's going to be a little revamping done to it soon. We're probably going to take it back into the studio and work it up a little bit and make it a little brighter, because it's just kind of sad. But
good song, damn good song.
It is a good song. It's a hard song to listen to. We'll probably listen to that first. And then the one that's most recently out is No Man Left Behind, which you heard in the beginning of the show. And Dear Mom. And so you can find all my music wherever you get your digital music, and blah 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 blah.
So Dear Mom and No Man Left Behind.
No, I got
okay.
it. I got this.
All right, Kevin. We're gonna play two of Shannon's songs, and we'll be right back and welcome you back after the break. If we can
start with Not Alone, and here
we can mute our mics.
Cam and Mike.
He sits on his bed with his gun in his hand. He thinks his life is over, he can't understand. A bottle of whiskey and some pills in the drawer. He doesn't want to hurt himself or hurt anymore. Why must it be this way? Just think it all over and listen to the words I say. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. 'Cause you are not alone. So take my hand, brother, let's beat this together today. You're not alone. She picks up the clothes that fall loose on the floor. She finds a crumpled letter just behind the door. Begins to read it with tears in her eyes. A horrible feeling takes over inside. Says, honey, can I talk to you? There has to be something that we can do. You are not alone. There are so many people who fight with their demons each day. with his gun in his hand, he puts it away, 'cause now he understands. I stand here alone with my head in my hands. I've been gone so long, I can't remember where I've been. I'm thinking about back at home, my family and friends, my brothers unknown, but I'm there till the end. It's one thing that we all know. It's one thing we all know. No man is left behind. You'll see me once, you'll see me twice. I fight alongside my brothers, 'cause no man is left behind. Staring out over empty, see the broken ground. Standing here all alone now, I'm all alone in a crowd. It's one thing that we all know. It's one thing we all know. No man is left behind. You'll see me once, you'll see me twice. I fight alongside my brothers, 'cause no man is left behind. No man's left behind. You see me once, you'll see me 1,000 times. I fight alongside my brothers. No man is left behind. No man's left behind.
Welcome back to the second half of Rev Nation. Kevin just texted me, and he and his wife had plans, and he's like, wifey is getting anxious. And so I understand that. But Kevin, I text him, thank you from all of us.
Yes.
His positivity and just his outlook are very refreshing and very welcome.
Oh,
And
man.
I sincerely enjoyed him as we've had, a few people we've run through here as far as guests, but he's got to be on my top 2 or 3. That's for sure. That is. Yeah,
I'd like to have him on again.
Yeah. And maybe we can do a live feed next week in downtown Houston. And
I can't be there, but you should.
It's just to me, it's very refreshing, and it's like you said, it's anti-BLM, but it's not just Black lives; it's every life matters. And I can't even begin to say it anywhere near as eloquent as he did. So, anyways, I really want to get his thoughts on the Sage Steele thing, but so I
saw a little bit. I saw a little bit on her. I don't really follow ESPN, and I wasn't really following that this week. I don't even know who that is. I saw the old Kristen Cinema thing, and how bullshit that was, but like, man, this is a shit show. It's a shit show. Did you want to talk about the what's her name, Sage?
Well, just briefly, and
let me know what I want to know what exactly happened.
Okay,
so
there was two things, and I don't follow ESPN either. I quit watching sports other than college when they started kneeling at the national anthem, and I just did, and that's baseball included. In my understanding, the Astros are in the playoffs. Couldn't tell you. I don't know. That's just my personal belief. If you watch football, I don't think you're anti-American. That's just my belief. I've been made fun of because I don't watch it anymore, but it is what it is. Okay, so Sage Steele is of a mixed race. Okay, she works for ESPN. ESPN is owned by Disney.
Right.
Now, there's two things that Disney they didn't release her, but they suspended her. And the first thing was she didn't want to take the jab. Mm-hmm. They threatened to fire her. Well, that's her job. So she took it. She did it. And if you see the interview, it's really it's really incredible. I actually felt bad for her. Oh, we do have it loaded up. I'm gonna play it real quick, and then that way everybody knows what we're talking about.
I respect everyone's decision. I really do. Yeah. But to mandate it is sick, and it's scary to me in many ways. But I have a job that I love, and frankly, a job that I need. But again, I love it. I just, I'm not surprised it got to this point, especially with Disney. I mean, a global company like that. But I just, it was actually emotional. So, and it's funny, everybody else has their, yay, look, and here's my card, and let's, I'm like, you know what? You want to see what my face looked like when I had to do it? So I get it to an extent, but I think the mandate is what I really have an issue with. And I don't know what comes next. But I do know for me personally, I feel like defeated. Yeah. I don't know. It's one thing with masks. I don't have a problem with that. It's another thing when you force this, and it hurt. And I'm tough, but I think she put it in the muscle and was like,
you're getting
maybe she
shot.
thought I was Candace Owens. I don't know.
Okay. The and the other part of that, and it was too lengthy to play, so I'm just going to read it real quick. And both
before you get into that, go
ahead.
You do realize there was an NBA player that literally just learned the same thing, right?
Yes.
And what is you know what he said? And I quote, "I guess when it comes to your job, you really just don't own your body anymore." Mm-hmm. That's a quote.
That's socialism 101, brother. And
this isn't about the spot. This is about control. They just want to see. They want to see how far they can go.
Yep.
And they're winning against the people that are rolling over to it.
I'm gonna say this, and I think we all feel the same way. If you want to get the shot, get the damn thing. I don't care, but don't be mad at me because I don't get it. If you wear your mask and get your shot, why do you feel threatened by me because I don't?
Why are you getting one?
Yeah.
Why did you get it? That's what I ask. Why did you get it?
The government told them to.
Now, okay, so now the reason that she was released or suspended or however you want to say it, a question was asked of her about the Census Bureau. And she was unaware, apparently she's younger, she was unaware that you had to choose a race. She is biracial. So she said, if they make you choose a race, she's like, well, I'm quoting her, what are you going to put? And I go, both. And she's like, well, you can't, Steele said. She goes, Barack Obama chose black and he's biracial. Yeah. And I'm like, congratulations to the president. that's his thing. I think that's fascinating considering his black dad was nowhere to be found and his white mom and grandma raised him. But hey, you do you, I'm going to do me. And they suspended her.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand. And also, and here's the other thing to get back to the jab, Disney announced that it would implement a company-wide vaccine mandate for all salaried and non-union hourly employees. So if you're union and you're hourly,
you know what I want to know? I want to know
if you're union and salaried, you don't have to have the vaccine because COVID doesn't affect you if you're a member of the union or you make a salary instead of being an hourly wage.
Right. I want to know. I want to know what these doctors and teachers and everybody that's losing their job because they're going against this stupid unconstitutional mandate. I want to know what are they doing? Like, where are they going? How are they moving here? Or like, because they have to support their families, their livelihoods depended on this job that they just had to either quit, or B, get fired from.
Well, it's going to be like New York because the teachers that got fired, they are uneligible. If they got fired for not taking the vaccine, they are uneligible for unemployment.
Right. So like I want to know. There has to be some sort of help. There has to be something.
Like you guys are acting like you're surprised.
No, we're not. Here's the deal. It's sad. I'm not surprised about any damn thing anymore.
It is sad. It is sad.
Am I surprised
really
about?
Sad.
It is sad, and I want to know what is happening.
We're almost beyond the point of return. That's the problem. Because we should have been doing something about this a long time ago.
Yeah. Well, and then complacency kills. So everybody got complacent. That's kind of why I'm a little perturbed. I mean, we live in sort of a rural area for the most part. And out here, for the most part, you from what everybody says, you don't really have to worry about the CRT and the mandates and stuff like that. But then
it's coming
again. On the other hand, I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess you're the one that is the complacent people that are enabling all this shit to happen. So what is really going on in our school system here? Because if you're complacent and you're complacent and you think that there is nothing going on that's against your beliefs, you're wrong.
See, and I didn't think that in Crosby.
Look at the money. Follow the money.
Yep.
Follow the money, people.
The superintendent is now he's running from the law. He is running from the law because he took all the money.
Listen. You were literally standing in my kitchen today talking about it's never going to happen to where you grew up. It's already happening in every freaking school system.
Oh yeah, the school system. Okay. That was a completely different conversation other than the school system.
No, it's not. It's not the same thing.
But that's not the topic we were talking about.
Okay, but here's the point. This is what the picture is. We're talking about small topics, and at the end of the day, it's still the same big picture item.
You're right.
It's socialism, and it's communism, and it's here.
Yeah.
Yeah, stop trying to talk like we need to stop talking about small bullshit and get to the real big picture and talk about communism in our fucking country.
We do. We are.
What do we do?
All communism. All of it.
Question: Do we read Dawn? I mean, seriously, it's damn near to that point.
I'm telling you, I told you guys before, I am done with this political correct garbage, and I'm done freaking placating to people's emotions because it's not my responsibility to make your emotions okay.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah.
It's not my responsibility to be okay for your emotions. Mm-hmm. Your emotions are your responsibility, and how you handle them are your responsibility. My responsibility is to be me. And if you don't like me, don't hang around me.
Easy.
Plain and simple. Right? Yeah. I think we've all pretty much lived our life that way. And it's just, it's okay. Michelle, now Michelle, you bring up an interesting point. Now, the thing is in New York, they're filling the jobs with the New York National Guard. They're not hiring people off the street. They're bringing in the National Guard to take the nurses' places.
And why is that?
Oh, I don't know. Control.
Oh, because they aren't going to have anybody work in that environment. People are tired of it. They're walking away.
It's not even that. Like
Amanda,
yeah,
you
you're
had-
not wrong. You're not wrong. But it's all guys under, like, that's the guys. That is the muse. That's the mask.
They're
What's happening?
effectively
Todd
kicking
literally
everybody
just said
out.
it. Todd literally just said it. Control.
Yeah. Well, they're effectively
reason
kicking
that
people
the
out of the
entire
military
people-
now because they won't take the jab, and they voted Republican, and they're effectively kicking them out of the military and filling it up with freaking dumbasses that don't know their ass from their elbow.
James Napier, right there. They are purging the military. He's not wrong.
Purging.
And
Yeah.
let me say something real quick. I had a conversation
Perfect.
just 20 minutes before we came on air, and another reason why I was running a little bit late, didn't get where I needed to. And I'm not going to mention his name on air because he is still in the military. It went from next September to I will see this person in 2 weeks over the vaccine. Fact.
Well, no, like,
and
I've been telling you that, like, it's been happening right here in Hood all day long. every
I
day.
understand that, but I am shocked that
Not.
an outstanding NCO, 3-tour combat veteran, highly decorated, and
You think that matters?
don't even know he's going to get an honorable discharge or not.
He won't.
And I'm just like,
I'm telling
wow.
you, listen, I live right down the street from Hood. I live right up the street from San Antonio. I'm telling you, people are freaking leaving the freaking army right now with bad conduct discharges or other honorable because they're not taking a shot.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about lieutenant colonels and above.
By mass numbers.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like, hey, man, just so you know,
well, when
good
it
NCO or not, it doesn't fucking matter.
But when it hits home, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? It's just.
What are you saying? It didn't hit home for me because I got people doing the same. I'm telling you, I get it.
The conversation, it was real today, and I'm just like, I understand, Shannon. All I'm saying is just wow. I don't even know what to say to my face anymore. You know, it's just I really thought he was going to be able, because at first, okay, well, it's going to be next September, so ETS at that point, blah 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 blah, and everything's going to be fine. And now it's 2 weeks. I'm like, holy shit.
It's like I don't even understand, man. Like, I really don't. And I don't at this point, and I need to see my therapist right now because, like, I promise you, like, I'm fucking worked up. I'm so worked up right now.
Yeah.
It's funny. And at the end of the day,
I can tell.
No, because well, that's really funny because it's not funny. It's not, none of this is funny to me. None of this has been funny to me for the last three. This is not blamed at you, Todd. I'm just telling you, I'm fucking angry. I have been angry. I've literally been talking to my therapist who talks to people like me every day. And I've been angry since this has been going on. And I've been trying to say this without losing my own freaking cool. And I've been trying to say this without losing my platforms for my music. I've been trying to say this for a long time, but I don't know how to say it. So I'm just kind of tired of holding it all together. I'm done. We don't need to talk about it anymore. We don't need to talk about it. We need to
there
fix
again.
it.
Okay, guys, that brings up the question. There again, do we red dawn this son of a bitch?
How many times I said that?
I understand that, but I mean, how many like-minded people are really willing to do that?
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Give me a call. Give me a
Roger
call.
that.
910-467-7462. Give me a call.
There's absolutely zero faith in the voting system anymore. Zero. And Shannon, you've hit the nail on the head. We can't wait to 2022. My God, 2024. Trump this, Trump that. Trump was a great president, but we're not going to make it that far. We're just not. It's just not. Wow. We either take a stand now for our freedom.
Everybody's asking themselves the same exact thing right now.
Okay, well then people need to dig deep. And if we could all band together, we could do this. I'm not going to say the M word. I'm just saying if we could get together, we can make this happen like we did at the border years ago. I worked the border on a volunteer basis, and it was under control. Now it's not, obviously, but I'm talking years ago.
They're letting in future Democrat voters. You know, Biden actually did say this week something about a reporter asked him a question, and then he replied with a, do you really think that there will be a Republican Party by that time?
Yeah.
Like, the question was, are you going to run another term? And he says, you really think there's going to be a Republican Party?
He's been saying that from the word go. They all have Pelosi, Schumer, all of them shift. They've all been saying that. But people don't see that. People don't see that to make it real in their heads. We see that. That's why we say something. Other people don't see these things. They don't want to. They're blind and they're complacent and they're comfortable in it. They're comfortable in it because they hope and pray that somebody else is going to do something for them, that somebody else is going to do something, step up and do something for them.
Michelle, that's not going to happen. We're not going to have time. We're not going to have time. People aren't watching. It's like people are oblivious to what's going on. Here's the deal. 2022 ain't going to mean shit because we're not going to have a Congress to change.
As long as people, and I've said it 1,000 times, I'm going to say it again, as long as they can go to the damn convenience store, get their cigarettes in the Miller Lite, they're content because it doesn't affect me. Well, every time they fill up their fucking car, it affects them. Every time they go to the fucking grocery store, it affects them. My God, we're spending so much more now than we were 2 years ago on basic necessities. It's incredible, and Shannon, I'm like you. I've been trying to keep it together, but the time for that, it's over. Fuck it, I'm done. It's time to make a stand. You're right. You're right, brother. You're so right.
I just don't want to get kicked off this platform.
I don't care anymore.
I don't either.
If that's what we're worried about, we're in the wrong job.
Yep.
Maybe I don't want to get kicked off the platform because of what we do. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, so here's
if we truly believe in what we say here every week, it doesn't matter. I'm agreeing with you, but the word does need to get out. But there are other platforms. We don't.
Are we on those other platforms? Or are we gonna depend on other people to get on these platforms?
This is not the place to do this.
Yeah.
This is not the place to do this.
Agreed.
We need to talk about what we're going to talk about, and we need to go okay. So I wanted to talk about China.
I wanted to talk about China.
And here's why I wanted to talk about China, because I don't know if any, okay, listen, all dramatics aside, here's the deal. China's got a bigger Navy than we have now, just so you know.
Shit's going down.
Shit's not going down. Shit's happening.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. Shit's going down.
They literally strategically
what nuclear sub got hit?
What did you say?
There was one of our nuclear subs hit an unidentified object in the South China Sea.
Unidentified.
Did that happen this week? I'm sorry, guys. I've been out the loop a lot. So did that happen this week?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
There's no confirmation as to what it was.
It doesn't matter.
But yes.
What you people, listen, I was in the Navy. Here's what you don't understand. Most of you people will never know what happens on outside of 12 nautical miles of this country. You won't know because you're not privy to it, nor will you be.
Exactly.
I've been on a boat where shit's happened.
I would
and you
never
don't need to know about it.
You'll
never know about it because you weren't there.
Yeah,
I would never claim to know anything about a ship.
Here's the deal. At the end of the day, there's shit out there in that beyond 12 nautical miles that happens that most people will never hear about. And I promise you, if you don't think that they're sitting off our coast right now watching, doing stupid shit, you're way wrong.
It's already been
Did you see the CIA's assessment and comment this week?
I can't even trust those guys anymore.
No, it's a joke because, in the intelligence world, China's always been a huge threat. But now the CIA is coming out and saying, hey, we're going to develop.
Look at that right there.
Sorry.
Did you see that? Norfolk is now a UN base.
UN is, yeah. People don't understand that either. The UN has been here.
Yeah.
It has been here for the last 5 years.
People don't understand that. They're just now finding that out that the UN is here.
Hey, there we go.
James, do me a favor. Contact TTR after we're off air, please. And I'm just going to go ahead and take that off real quick. I know you hear me. Anyways, Michelle, I'm with you. We will not comply either. And you know, it's going to take us taking a stand. And we're almost out of time. We got a show back behind us, knocking on the door. And I'm going to go be with my family while I still can. And so if y'all want to carry on, that's great. If not, I would like to play some more Shannon's music. I want to get it out there. Shannon, when we put your deal on there last week, it went out to over 5,000 people. So hopefully that helped out a little bit. I sincerely mean that. I hope it helps out a little bit, brother. Your family to me, and you know that. And
I appreciate it.
And so we're going to do what we can. If you don't mind, I'm going to go ahead and give my final thoughts they're short and sweet. And it's love your family. Love your family, and just hug them on the neck. Tell them every day that you love them. There's not a moment, not a time that my family goes out the door, none of them, that I don't tell them I love them. They might get tired of hearing the shit, but I'm going to tell them any goddamn way. So, and just real quick, God bless y'all. God bless the Rev Nation, and God bless Texas. It's just, I sincerely enjoy coming on here every week, and Shannon, you and I obviously need to talk about a lot off the air, but, as far as here in the state of Texas, Michelle, thank you for coming on tonight. We always love you and Minnie.
Love Michelle and Minnie.
And Michelle,
I've been waiting for John to return my phone call about doing an interview for some deal. I don't know what that is.
And also, Michelle, you can thank your husband because he just gave me your. By the way, Todd's beard rocks. Here, I'm gonna throw that up there, Michelle. John just gave me the new address, so I will get your stuff out this week, along with all y'all shirts and TTR shirts. Things finally started to come to a low roar here in the Snelling household. So, I said the last name, didn't I? Anyways, we are rolling down here, and thank you guys, all y'all, for your support this week, the thoughts and the messages. I sincerely appreciate it, and everybody pulled through just fine. And Shannon, thanks for being there today, brother. I sincerely appreciate it, and taking me to Dodo Burger or whatever the hell it was.
I'm jealous he got to see the baby before me.
I just got to see a picture. I didn't get to see
a picture. Yeah.
Oh,
I'll send you a picture.
Nobody but Mama and Grandma have seen the baby.
I walked in the door. They said, "Get the hell out." So I'll send you a picture. I'll send you a picture when I get off. And
scare the shit out of the baby, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, what? Oh, I'm waiting for that baby to react to my beard.
The baby's safety.
Else.
Creepy.
Regular guy's gonna walk in, baby's gonna be like, "Fuck it, put me back in."
Yeah. No, I don't want to go there.
All righty, James, I got it, and we all do. And anyways, thank you for listening to the show. Shannon, 2 more songs, brother. Y'all, after y'all's final thoughts.
Jared or Amanda, final thoughts?
Oh, I was taking a picture of this. James, I believe that's his email address.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, yeah. No, it was a real informative beginning of the show with Kevin, and I'm really, really glad that we found him and he agreed to come on with us, because I believe that from what we have always been talking about, what we've always said, this is the guy that is the epitome of what we need in the community. He erased the stigma that the colored people, or whatever the hell they want to call themselves anymore, the stigma is not real. We're all Americans, and that is it. You can be successful, you do the work, and I think that is absolutely incredible what he's doing, and I follow, and I'm going to look a little bit more into him and see what we can do to support that cause. But I say it every week. Get involved, all the things that Kevin was talking about and all the things that we talk about, and We're passionate. We all love each other. We don't hate each other. We're not arguing. We're not fighting. We're not
family.
Fighting.
That's
we're
what family does.
That's what family does. We love each other. We get passionate about things, but something that we are very passionate about is our children, and how our children are being brought up. So get involved. I showed a video on the last show. You need to look at follow the money. You're not gonna see everything from the outside. You're not gonna see everything from just going to those board meetings. You need to look underneath the scenes, because there is funding being provided from the government to schools and educational programs to push the CRT and the whole mandates and all that stuff. So people, don't be complacent. Do not be complacent. Don't think that just because I live in this area and it doesn't seem to be happening around me, don't think that it's not. Because I can bet you that it probably is. It's probably either in its very beginning stages, or you just don't know how far deep it is. Protect your kids. Look into what it is. Raise your kids to be patriots, to know their history, science, math, English. Like, math is not racist, by the way, to everybody that thinks it is. But
if it is, I'm an engineer. Watch out.
Educate your kids. Teach them how to be successful in life with their character and under God, and bring God back into your lives, back into your families, back into the schools, back into the businesses. Bring God back into your lives, because that's what we're created to do. We don't idolize anybody but our Lord, and we need to be looking at that for answers. And I mentioned that show earlier, The Chosen. You guys need to watch it. Shannon, you'll love it. I guarantee you'll love it. You just download the app, or there's another app called VidAngel, and it's on there. It's free.
Is it porn?
No, it's about Jesus.
Okay.
And so it's crowdfunded, like I said. So the more people support it, the better it gets and the farther it can go. So that's my final thoughts.
Gotcha. Jared?
Well, these last couple of weeks have been a real shit show.
Yeah.
My faith has been both tested and renewed by a lot of the things that have happened. And if you think God doesn't have a hand in all this, then you are sadly mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Keep the ones around you close. Stay frosty, because something bigger is coming. Just be prepared.
Out of our control.
It's a lot of this is out of our
It won't be very long.
Yeah. It's going to take
be at your doorstep before too long.
Yeah. And that's what's happening. I mean, look at New York and California now. If you don't have a vaccine card, and you can be denied basic rights such as food, service, things like that. Your entire life has changed. So it's people are gonna have to make some strong decisions here. Just be safe, do it right, be there for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Most important thing of all.
Amen.
Yep. How about you, Mr. Book? We don't know what you're thinking.
We don't know anything he's thinking right now.
Bet you I can make up 3 different stories, and at least 2 of them would probably be fairly accurate.
You're probably not wrong. I was thinking about how much freaking ammonia nitrate and diesel fuel is needed, but
super glue and first aid bandages. Anyway,
I mean, you're not wrong. It works. Chitosan and super glue is great. It's really good. So, yeah, not that I know any of that stuff, but it's gonna be okay.
Think about the time we made napalm in the yard. Anyway,
dude, you're not supposed to be telling people about Vaseline and gasoline. It doesn't work.
Should have seen the kid that made thermite in the second floor dorm. I
mean,
I'm sure that
We're
worked out
all
well.
dumb.
well, he did. It did
Oh,
because
it
he's
worked. It worked like a champ. Brought the
Because
ATF.
he's rich.
Everybody else.
Because he's rich.
We're dumb.
Anyway, so
It's a
you
wonder we're
know,
still here.
I honestly don't know where to leave you with today. I'm struggling, man. I'm struggling. I've been struggling, and I've been talking to my therapist, and my therapist, and I've been sober for a year. October 12th will be a whole year, and I've done nothing but I've done 4 hours of therapy a week since October 12th of last year. And I've gotten the most out of my therapy in the last year than I have in the last 15. That being said, this last year and a half is I don't even know, like where I'm at in the last 9 months. My mind is blown.
Yeah.
And I don't understand. I can't understand why everybody's still trying to see the positive or the silver lining in the cloud, because all I see is a hurricane.
There is none. Yeah.
And the hurricane doesn't let up until it passes over you. Like, but that's obviously that's let's talk about that biblically, because, God is here to help me weather the storm. So I'm going to walk through the storm. But at what cost? And what am I willing to sacrifice? I realized I just said my number out loud on the freaking on this show, and I at this point I don't know where else to go with that, because I'm not about talk.
And
I'm not a talker. I'm not here fluffing your pillow. None of this garbage is I'm not happy about any of this stuff. I'm a kind of guy that literally will, like, I'm all about doing. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it anymore.
It's time to Red Dawn. Yeah.
I mean, no, I'm not even going to say Red Dawn it. I don't care, because I'm not playing stupid mind games and word games. I'm telling you, I don't know what to do, but I'm ready to do whatever it is. I'm done.
I don't see any alternatives, but
well, at the end of the day, I'm just going to continue to pray to God.
Always.
And I'll tell you this. I'm going to let everybody here know. I'm done. I've said this several times today. I'm done. Don't expect me to be PC anymore.
Roger that.
Everybody here that sees me and was watching me, do not expect me to placate to your feelings. I don't care, because you don't care about mine. So don't expect me to be kind to you so that you can be okay with my conversation. I am not here polishing a turd and telling you that you can pick it up. It's not going to happen. That's not who I am.
We did enough of that in the military.
Yep. I'm done. I am so done. I am done playing politics. I'm done playing garbage. I'm done listening to, like, I got nothing. Here's where I'm at. You come knocking on my door, I'm literally going to hit you in the face with a brick. You better come to my door with a good reason.
You didn't hit my face with a brick today.
You came to the door with a good reason.
Oh, okay.
There's a purpose for
a
everything.
cheeseburger. That's a good enough reason.
You come to my door trying to make me do shit. You come to my door telling me I got to do some shit because no, listen, you're going to have to put me in a box. You're going to have to put me in a box, and it's going to take a few people to do that. I'm done. I'm letting you all know that right now. This is me publicly stating that right now. I don't care if you show up my door tomorrow, FBI, all that. I don't care. I'm a patriot of this country. I fought 2 conflicts. Technically, it was 1, but I fought 2 battles in that conflict. And I served 17 years of my life protecting the Constitution of the United States of America. That thing right there that most of my brothers came home under. I am done letting people walk on it. I'm done letting people who don't deserve it carry it home and burn it. I'm done. This is my public statement right now.
Well, Shannon, what songs do you want to finish the show with, brother?
Well, I'm going to play it right now. I'm just going to play one, and it's going to be I Need to Breathe, Rewired.
All right, guys. We'll see y'all next week at 1900 CST. Same Rev time, same Rev channel. I'm going to go be with my family. I love y'all very much. Love you, Rev Nation. We'll see you next week.
Night, y'all.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I need to breathe just for one day, and I need to breathe, and I've got to get away. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe if I confess, I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I can't sleep at night. I have horrible dreams, and all these things inside will be a part of the scene. And I can't help but think that this will never end. When will I feel my heart? Where does the pain begin? 'Cause I need to breathe just for one day. And I need to breathe, and I've got to get away. I can't deal with this, 'cause it makes me miss my soul. Maybe if I confess, I can lay it to rest. Let it all go. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. I need to breathe. And I need to